But I had to play that track to start the interview off because you were in the video.
Yeah, that was,
so I had to make sure
the good old days.
Yeah, the proper intro.
TBTs.
Yeah.
TBT.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
So I'll start it off like this. I wanted to be a running back. Didn't happen for me. You know what I'm saying? And then it was Barry Sanders for me. And then it was that big draft in 1999. Number 4 and number 5.
Back to back.
Ricky Williams and Edgerrin James. In order, it was Edgerrin James, Ricky Williams. You know what I'm saying? And then it was paying attention to the entire career, and that's how I figure out who's better or who I like more. And then this guy went to the Miami Dolphins. Out of all teams you could have picked. See, I'm from Buffalo. Okay. So, you went over there, and we all felt like you shafted us. We thought you were coming to Buffalo. That's what we hoped at least. Yeah, and then it didn't
Bills
happen.
Mafia.
Yeah.
You was part of the Bills Mafia?
Yeah, I'm part of the Bills Mafia. Not was part. I am part
Still.
of it. It's the best team in the league right now, right?
In Miami, still.
They were 2 weeks ago before the season started. They were one of the best teams.
Oh, damn. You had to do that to us? Nah, they're still – I feel like the league now, it's the first 4 or 5 weeks, I look at it like preseason still. All the injuries. Because it used to be, you guys used to play a lot more in the preseason.
Yeah.
And now they save it. They don't want the injuries, so it doesn't happen until, the season starts. You'll see the first 4 or 5 weeks, everybody's fighting for position. And then – because the Chiefs aren't going to be out there getting beat up by the Lions too often. Yeah. Buffalo Bills aren't going to get beat up by the Zach Wilson-led Jets that often either.
I don't know. I think sometimes, especially the first game, you don't really know what you got.
Yeah.
You don't really know until you see it like with the real bullets flying.
Yeah.
Right.
I
People
think
start to mesh. Yeah. Things start working, plays start coming together. Then you know what you got.
Yeah.
Then it's like game on for real.
For sure.
Yeah, not early.
Yeah, you got to get your feet wet a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You figure out all the players that you're with. I know I didn't play in the league, so I don't know how much unity you guys get before the season starts and the off-season workouts and everything, training camp.
It just depends on the team. Some teams I think really come together. Some teams they don't make a big deal about it. But I think it's good when a team like the Patriots where they keep a lot of the same guys year after year. But even then, you don't know what you're going to get from one year to the next.
Yeah.
Because especially if you have a lot of success, a lot of the teams spend a lot of the offseason trying to see how they're going to stop you. So it's really difficult to be good for multiple years in a row in the league, I think.
For sure. Yeah. And that's my fear as a Bills fan, right? Like they say everybody like the clock run out, stuff like that.
You got to brag while you can. That's all.
That's just
Quarterback play.
Yeah. And then being out here in Miami, it's the worst. Because I rock my Bills jersey or my Bills hat, and everybody's talking their shit. I talk a lot of shit because we're from Buffalo. We talk a lot of shit, But I'm not about to go ahead and just say the Dolphins are better.
Right now, the Dolphins are better.
Right now, they look better.
They look better.
Yeah.
Dolphins got a pretty good team right now.
Shout out to the Cheetah.
Oh yeah,
he's looking like that old school Randy Moss right now. The way he's dominating, it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, we got Edgerrin James and Ricky Williams in the building. For me, that's crazy because did y'all ever do an interview together before?
First time.
It's the first time.
First time.
When you said that earlier, I was like, "There's no way that they never sat down together and just chopped it up."
Right.
Because you guys were compared.
Yeah, from day one. From day one, we was linked, but we never got together. We never had nobody come and say, "Okay, yeah, y'all both come and rock out." But this right here, pretty cool. Yeah. 20 something years later.
25
years later. That's crazy.
So then, who's better?
It depends on who you ask.
So I saw in an interview with you where you were talking about if you had Peyton Manning as your quarterback. So Peyton Manning was excellent. You had Aaron Brooks?
No, well, I had Aaron Brooks later, but my first year I had Billy Joe Hobart.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Shout out to Billy.
And we had another quarterback named Billy Joe Tolliver. So
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
I had two Billy Joes.
Two Billy
Two
Joes.
Billy Joes.
Two Billy Joes.
Two Billy Joes. He had Peyton. He had Kurt.
It's
Chad and two Billy Joes.
It was Billy Joes and we had a horrible offensive coordinator. From Ditka was a good coach, but he believed that he could win with just his boys coaching. He wasn't trying to bring in somebody who had a scheme, at least on offense.
So you had a real interesting start to your NFL career, where you had there was all the limelight. You came out with Ditka. You had the dress on.
There's a lot of hype. There's a whole lot of hype.
Yeah. And then you came out with the Heisman. And I see you rocking the Heisman shirt right now. So what's that about? Because it's a different spelling.
It's a different. Because I say this ain't about football. This is about getting high.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So I was visiting a couple of our cultivation partner here. So yeah, I've had a good day. Sampling.
Try this out.
Sampling the
Check
product.
these out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had to make sure I got a decent amount of snacks. I didn't know how much you smoked prior. Let me get some snacks in here.
Yeah.
Snack up.
But you both also had the hair.
I think we were first, but really at least in the league before anyone.
Yep, and then they
Now
had
it's
the rule come out.
Yeah.
With the hair as part of the jersey.
Yeah, they made it part of the uniform. So, but ain't that big a deal.
That was for you. They did that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think they did it they saw the direction that this thing was going. They saw that more football players were into being themselves.
Yeah.
And that right there was something that you just had to accept.
Yeah.
But from a rules standpoint, if you're gonna wear the dreads, you got to accept the fact that you're gonna get pulled by.
Might lose a couple, man.
Yeah,
But now you can't horse collar tackle, so that's pretty much where your hairline was. So
Yeah, it's changed.
they just got sick of y'all. Yeah. That's what happened.
We gotta slow them down. We gotta
They got sick of y'all. So what was it? Aside from sports, and I'll start with you, Edge. What got you into playing football just from a youngin'? What was it that got you into the game?
Well, football is life in South Florida. In South Florida, you're gonna play football. It was easy. It was a game that came easy. It's something that everybody in your family does, and it's like that gladiator sport. Right now, the game has gotten a little technical, a little softer, but it's that gladiator sport that showed that I'm macho, I'm a man, I can do this, I can do that. So for me, it was something that came natural and easy to me. You're always playing against older guys, bigger guys, and that's how you kind of get your stripes. So football is a way that you kind of show you are or you've arrived in a sense.
Who got you into it? Is it just school? Or is
it's
it
just
family?
natural. It's just natural. That's what you do. When you grow up down in Florida, you're gonna play some football. You're gonna play football. And then I was built for football. And then the game was just too easy. Like me, if it was up to me, I would have been a basketball player. I enjoy basketball, but I'm not good enough. But football was too easy. So you just naturally follow the things that you do effortless. And that was the thing. That was the path I chose. I said, I got to ride this out. This is my opportunity.
Yeah, that's dope. What about you, Ricky? How did it start for you?
Pretty much the same.
Where did you come
I
up
grew up
from?
in San Diego.
Okay.
Cali. Yeah, Cali.
So San Diego ain't known for football like out here, though.
On the contrary, man.
I don't know.
Cali,
It's different.
Texas,
It's different, but still, I think in this country, in most places, not like Florida, but in most places, when you're young and especially like Ed said, you're trying to make a name for yourself. Football is a way to do it. And it was the same. Being around the older kids, trying to get in.
Yeah.
And then they bring the football out.
Yeah. It's my chance to level up, get some respect around
Exactly.
here.
Yeah, it ain't nothing like being younger and going out there handling your business against somebody that's older. That's that take you to another level, especially when you're young. And anytime I see a young kid that outdo the older kid, you're like, okay, he got what it takes. It's gone. Yeah. That's what I always enjoyed. I enjoyed the fact that I was younger than them, but I was able to be on their level or outdo them. And so you kind of show them up,
Start hearing people, how old is that boy? How old is he, man? Oh, he young, coach.
Yeah, everybody gonna assume that you so old, but no, you just got that it factor.
Right.
And
I played a lot of street football, so that's where I schooled all the older dudes. But when it came to the actually pads and helmet, that should change. That
different game.
Yeah, somebody
you play rugby.
Yeah, exactly. But you get beat up a lot, and the two of you were running backs that notably got more carries and more touches than most in the history of the league while you guys were playing.
Yeah. No, I learned the very first day of padded practice. A coach would say, you either be the hammer or the nail. And I said, I think I'm going to be the hammer.
If it's up to me, coach, I'm taking the hammer every time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make them think about it, and they got to come tackle me. If they ain't thinking about it, they're trying to throw their whole body in there. But if they got to think about it, that little hesitation.
Yeah, because you had a lot of the truck stick. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Edgerrin James coming out the backfield, getting Peyton Manning them beautiful passes.
I mean, if you got to be on the field, like when you want the ball in your hand, like that's why you play. Like, so when they say, okay, you're getting a bunch of carries, or they may be overusing you, but ain't nothing like sitting in the film room watching somebody else with the ball in their hand. It's like I wanted them. Like that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. And then you start looking at the things that people gravitate to. They gravitate to the stats. They gravitate to the guy. Like you never see a guy that's not doing nothing that's gonna make highlights unless they're making mockery of him. It's like I want all that action. I want to be in the mix when it comes to that.
That's what make it exciting.
Yeah, it's like, and then you're so young. You're like, man, I'm not thinking about, down the road. It's like right now. Right now is what matters, So it's like I'm not tripping on how many carries or how much you touch the ball, because you're trying to like plant your feet in this game. And when you look at the guys that are the greatest, they have so many plays, so many reps, and you got to be in the game to be seen.
To be seen, yep. That's true.
Now a lot of the running backs